This is exactly what I'm doing to get a head start on 2025. And the thing is, as we're coming to the end of the year now, you're going to be seeing so many videos of people saying, do this, do Y, have this fancy system. But to be honest, it's all rubbish. And I've tried a million things out there. And to be perfectly honest, there isn't many things or systems that have actually stuck or been realistic, because I'm trying to build a business, I've got a life, there's so many things to do. You don't have as much time as all these other people that are full-time YouTubers. So I'm going to tell you what actually works for me, and hopefully it can work for you as well, because I've tried many of things. So 2024 has been a crazy year for me, and it has allowed me to set up a foundation of where I want to take things. So I use this 5-step system to make sure I know exactly what I want to achieve. And that sounds fancy, and it's really not. The more simple you can make it, the better, trust me. So step number 1 is you must get clear on your goals, especially what you want to achieve. Because if you don't know what you're working towards, you're gonna get lost along the way, bro. Because if you have no idea of what roadmap you're working towards, what goals, then how do you know if you're making any progress? It's as simple as that. It's like getting in your car and wanting to drive to Scotland, but you don't even know the postcode, you don't know how to get there, you're gonna get lost, bro. So step 1 is simply coming up with your goals. They must be clear and they must be pinpointed around what you actually want to achieve. And I'm not gonna share you all my goals because I don't think it's a good idea, but I'm gonna tell you what categories I have them in, because I think they should be within these 5 categories, which are personal development, career and professional growth, financial goals, health and fitness, and relationship and social life. They're the kind of key aspects, because you don't want to overload yourself with too many goals, because if you have too many things you're working towards, you're going to fail and not be able to achieve one. Because I've learned that the hard way. I've listed myself like 20 goals and only achieved one. So make sure you don't spread yourself too thin. Step 2 is you must keep your goals at the front of your mind. If they're out of sight, they're out of mind, and you're not going to achieve them. So once you've got them, what I do is I have a notepad and I write them down every single morning, and I generally do that because I believe you need to know what you're working towards. You need to know your reason why. And by having them down on paper every single morning, it means you're always reminded of them. And if you can't do this every day, do this twice a week, a Wednesday and a Sunday. That's what I used to do. But I guarantee if you just write them, set them, and then put them in a notepad, and then don't read them daily, then you're gonna forget them. And the thing is, what actually gets me gassed in the morning, I wake up, write my goals down, look on the page, and I don't overload myself with goals. I literally have them here, have around 6 goals. So it's not like a massive bit of writing, but it means I can get tangible results of actually writing them down every single day, and it gasses me up. I'm like, yeah, can't wait to work towards this and tick this off. So I know exactly my mission and exactly my reason why in terms of my goals. Step 3 is break down your goals into actionable steps so you actually know how to achieve them. It's all well and good having these crazy goals, for example, wanted to be like Elon Musk, but that guy's an absolute nutter, and how are you actually going to do that? So what you need to do, you need to actually break them down and have some sort of system of how you're going to work towards them. What are the habits you need to do to work towards them? Break down your big goals into actionable and weekly steps, because then you can break these weekly steps down into what you need to do monthly, and then what you need to do daily, and then what you need to do, you have these stepping stones of exactly how you're working towards them goals. You can do this by having time frames and setting mini milestones, because celebrate every small win. And also what you can do, you can create mini habits around all these goals to make sure you're actually making progress towards them. Number 4 is reviewing your goals regularly, because if something is not working and you're not making any progress towards them, maybe you're aiming too high, but I'm a strong believer at aim for the stars, and if you hit the moon, you're still doing well. So I always think you should aim high, but you need to be realistic. You need to give a realistic time frame if it's something you can't actually work towards. Like if you're trying to be an expert in something you're a beginner in, be realistic, bro. It's not going to happen overnight. So make sure you manage your expectations and check in with yourself with how well you're doing towards that goal. Because you got to remember, progress isn't always linear. Things are going to go up and down. Life happens. So make sure you check in regularly, monthly, even weekly. What I recommend, I would do every month to see how much progress you've made towards that goal and if anything needs to be adjusted. Step number 5, you need to stay accountable, because if you have these crazy big goals, your parents aren't going to give you a kick up the arse to achieve them. It's all on you, bro. That's why you need to surround yourself with people and an environment that's going to help you grow. And you need to refer to your goals every single day to keep yourself accountable. And I know lots of people do say you should share them with people, but I only recommend sharing them with your close friends that are like-minded and are actually going to help you achieve them. Because if you share them with 50 people, it can kind of create this sense of actually feeling like you've actually achieved that goal already, rather than sharing it with a few key people that are going to keep yourself accountable, are going to give yourself that kick up the arse, and people that are working on the like-minded mission. That's what I think is a game changer. So you can use things to track your progress, like a vision board tracker or a habit tracker, softwares like Notion. You can use a journal or a notepad. These little key things will help keep yourself accountable. Also, a big factor of keeping yourself accountable is celebrating the wins, bro. Don't be so hard on yourself and only celebrate when you take that goal off. If you work towards it and you start to make good progress, celebrate it, bro, no matter how big or small, because progress is not always linear. So celebrate your wins no matter how big or small. That is exactly what I'm doing to get a head start on 2025. So I'm a strong believer that I really do think there is a weak generation going around of especially guys, and they're not being very goal driven now. So if you watch this far in the video, bro, drop a comment down below, because I want to connect with more like-minded people. And set your expectations high and have these big goals and work towards them, because this type of stuff fires me up. It actually gets me gassed speaking to my mates of all these goals they're working towards, and they're the type of people that I want to surround yourself with, because when you're working towards these big goals, it can get lonely. Entrepreneurship is lonely, and there's people out there exactly like me and you. So find these people, surround yourself with them, and let's achieve these goals and make 2025 a big year. I just want to leave you with this final message, a reminder that success is a journey, not a destination. With clarity, consistency and focus, 2025 can be the best year yet, and I'm actually gassed to get a head start on it. So let's set your goals, aim high, and let's get it, brother. See you in the next one.